Alright guys, so I'm going to teach you how to get going with GitHub so we can go ahead and collaborate. If I go to my GitHub, I have created a repository for the final project. So here we have a folder for the source files. So I already got some source code in there just to get it started. And I also have the folder in here for where we can put wireframes and diagrams. So in order to collaborate, what we're going to need to do is I'm going to open up a new window here and go to GitHub. You're going to need to create a GitHub account. So you just sign up. And for now, I'm going to sign into a different account I have called Tango Monster. Yeah. All right. So let me delete what I have so far. So on this account, I have a forked repository. I'm going to go ahead and delete this forked repository. Let me see. There we go. Copy. I'm going to delete. And I'm going to start over from scratch. All right. So in my repositories on this account, there shouldn't be anything. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Jingle 1000, which is my account. Jingle 1000. Go to Users. Go to Me. Then to Repositories. Then now we're at the final project. Now in order to actually go ahead and work on a project, we need to create a fork, or you're going to need to create a fork. This will be your copy on your machine, or technically on your account. And this is where you're going to make commits and you're going to make your edits. So from here, now this is on your account. Any changes that you push to this repository will not be affected on mine for now. In order to do this, or in order to get these files onto your machine, you are first going to need to have Git installed. So if you're running a Mac, you're going to need to install it for Mac. For Windows, it's for Windows. So you just go to gitsem.com, go to downloads, and they have Mac, Windows, whatever. And then you're going to be, once you have that all installed, you're going to go to your terminal. For Windows, it'll be command prompt. For Mac, it'll just be the terminal. And if you type git, you should see a bunch of commands pop up. If you don't see a bunch of commands pop up, that means it wasn't installed correctly, or it's not in your path variable. So when you do install it, make sure to install it kind of slow, because there's going to be an option in there, a little checkbox that says like put the file or enable path editing or something like that. When you enable the path editing, it'll put the git command in there so you can use it. So let's get those files from the repository on the computer. So you need the files on your computer, obviously, so you can work on it. So I'm going to create a new folder. It's going to be temporary, just because I can spell. Oh my God. Oh well. So I'm going to put the files from the Git repository inside this folder. So change directory into that folder. There's nothing in it right now. But if you go to git clone, this is how you actually take the files from GitHub and put it onto your computer. You're going to go back to the repository. Then inside of your fork, you're going to go ahead and go to clone or download. Copy this link, and when you do git clone and then paste that link in, bam, you got the files now on your computer. So this is the important part. From here, we can change directory into that folder, and now we see all the files. And to see if there's any file changes, you're going to run git status. It says your branch is up to date, nothing to commit, working tree clean. So what this means is we have no changes. When you make changes, this won't be like this. So let's say you're going to go ahead and come in here, and I'm going to open this as an IntelliJ project, and we're going to make some changes. Cannot resolve simple Java. All right, let's decide you decide to add a print statement saying this is a change. Save it. Now that we've saved it, let's go run git status. And it looks like we've made some changes. Some things have, the main.java file has changed. For whatever reason, these two files have changed as well. But let's say that when you build it, what happens if I run this? It doesn't seem to want to work. Oh, set up SDK. There we go. Oh, I don't even have MySQL running. Oh well. No suitable, yeah, it's not going to work. But we made a change and we compiled it and it worked. Let's say that everything's all ready to push up to your account. So this will be, so you're ready to push changes to here. Then what we're going to do is git add. So we're going to add these files to what's known as a staging area. I don't want to go into all the details of it, but just know that to basically push your files back to the internet, you need to do git add dot. So git add all of them, and then git commit -m. And then in this statement's important. It'll also say what you did. So let's say you added a button or something like that. In this case, you added a print statement. You say add debug statement. Okay. So now when I go to git push, this is going to should send it up to the server. Let's see. Yeah, I'm signed in as Jingle 1000, and it's trying to push to the Tango Monsters account. So, I'm going to have to maybe potentially change the permissions. Collaborators. Yep. So I'm going to add Jingle 1000. This way, I should, in theory, I should be able to now push to it. So if I go back to, let's say, my email, I go to my email. In order to collaborate, you're going to need to accept the invite link, which is quite important, or else we won't be able to push each other's changes. So I'm going to accept this invitation to collaborate. There we go. Now I have push access to this repository. I can now submit changes to this repository. So let's run that same command again. Yay, it worked. So if I go back, let's refresh this page. 6 commits. Now in the log, this is all the changes that I've made. I've actually made some practice changes. But so now the updated files are on the server, and we can see a log of what changed. So this is the message that I sent. If we go back to the code and check the source, and we go to the main.java, we can see that now this is up there. Let's say, no, we made a mistake. That's not something we want to have on there. Let's change it. So now we made another change. Git status to see what all has changed. Oh, it looks like some stuff has changed. To push those back up to the server, git add dot git commit -m fix mistake in debug statement. Now, there we go. And git push. There we go. Whoops. There we go. And if we go back up to the code here, we can see if we go back to the source, main.java, that system.out statement is not there. And if we go back to the thing, we see a log of what happened. So that's the key thing. And then once, so let's say Greg is working on the back end and somebody else like me is working on the database. Let's say this is Greg's account. When Greg has made all his changes and we're ready to put all the changes back into the main account, let's say the pull request here is what is going to essentially merge the two together. There we go. So base repository, master, so for this one, we're going to type in modified debugging. No, added a new debugging feature. And then you hit create pull request. Now when I go back to my account, so if I go back to my repositories, go back to the final project, pull request. So, looks like I already have another merge. So let's see what's going on in here. In here, I had some commits. Looks like everything is good. Let's just say, if I hit merge pull request, this is going to take the files from your account and put it onto my account. This is basically when I'm in here accepting pull requests, that's me accepting somebody else's code. Whenever you're ready to combine your code into the main code, you're going to create a pull request, and it'll be a merge. So let's go back to the pull requests, and here, let's say Greg added a new debugging feature. He created a pull request to the main account. I'm going to go ahead and I'll review the changes. Let's see what changes are made. So in here I can see this file was changed. Oh, and it looks like, where is it? A lot of files changed. Yes, the main.java file. It looks like what was added was a print line statement. I can say, okay, that looks good. I've reviewed changes. Let's go back and let's merge that into the main feature, the main branch. All the code will be one. Go back. If I can figure, there we go, merge pull request. This will combine Tango Monster's code with the official main branch that we're going to submit. So merge pull request. Looking good. Confirm merge. There we go. Now all the features are committed. This is a little hard to explain, but all the features from your branches, your forks, all of the stuff that you work on will be put into here. And yeah, that's about it. If you have any questions, let me know. I know this is a bit confusing and I don't have a lot of diagrams. I'll post some information in the Slack on kind of like how we're going to work this. Yeah, thanks.